Well, good afternoon. The sun is out, the birds are singing, the squirrels are wandering around. Harris is doing his usual puggy business of just sniffing around everywhere and just peeing on every plant he can find. And I think we'll have a short afternoon dog walk. Do join me. I think we'll start taking this route because this is a very bluebelly route, and the bluebells are absolutely at their peak at the moment. I mean, almost every patch of bare ground has got some sort of bluebells, you know, even somewhere just mad like that, just one growing randomly out of the ground. They are everywhere at the moment and they are looking fantastic. I mean, look at this over here. Isn't this marvellous? Look at that. Right down through that walk there. We've had a sprinkling of rain over the last few days, and that means that everything's come to life. I mean, if you can see it here, look, the cuckoo pint, the arum lilies, they're all coming into flower at the moment, like that one is there. And oh, there's fresh bramble, and there's cow parsley, and there's jack by the hedge over there, which is very, very tasty. That's the thing with the white flowers. There's cleavers, which you can also eat, of course. Every little patch is covered in bluebells, or jack by the hedge, it seems this year. Seems to be a lot of it this year. And it's all second year growth as well. You can tell because it's got pointy leaves. They've got slightly more rounded leaves of their first year growth. And the birds are really enjoying the sunshine anyway. Listen to that. It's a blackbird, I think. And as I said, all the arum lilies are starting to come out. That one there, you can see the spadix, the flower very clearly there. There we go. It's a very clever design. If you look down the base of the actual sticky up bit, you can see a hole. Well, the plant generates heat and gives off a smell like rotting meat. And that attracts flies. They fall down into that hole and into the chamber below, and they can't get back up because of some hairs. At that point they get all covered in pollen, and then the hairs drop off and die and the flies escape and they go off to pollinate other flowers. Clever, huh? It's the closest thing we've got to a sort of pitcher plant in the UK. Anyway, moving along here, this is one of the better spreads of bluebells just up here by my favourite oak tree. And yeah, look at it here. Isn't this fabulous? Even the pug's enjoying it. Look at this. Loads and loads and loads of them. And the first few ferns are starting to kick up as well. They call these bits on the ends fiddleheads because they look like the heads of fiddles, I suppose. But yes, the young bracken is starting to push its way through. Normally it starts coming up and taking over once the bluebells have gone. And all that brown area you can see over there, that was last year's bracken. That'll all be covered in sort of 4 foot high bracken in a couple of months. Probably even less than that. Come on dog, on we go. Wow, really big stands of jack by the hedge here, look. All up through that side and all over there as well. And it's lovely. Let me get one of the young tender leaves here a minute. Here we go. You can taste mustard, you can taste onion, maybe leek. They call it garlic mustard. I don't think it's terribly garlicky. And it's not a strong flavour, it's more mustardy than anything else. But it's a great ingredient for food. And the young ones like that are really tasty. If you don't like bitter stuff, maybe not. But they're really tasty. Coming into another area now that's quite heavy with bluebells. And shame the sun's just gone in behind a cloud, which is a shame because you really don't get the full effect. But I think you can still see just how many there are here. I mean, this isn't even a woodland. This is like a wooded path between 2 farm fields. So it's nowhere near as dense as you'd get in a proper wood. But even here, a quick alarm call by a blackbird there. And but even here, there's lots. There's lots and lots and lots. There's enough to keep me happy anyway. We can get a better shot here of the arum lily, or cuckoo pint, or lords and ladies as it's sometimes known. And you can see that spadix, that real weird flower that goes up around that modified leaf. It's a weird thing, isn't it? And once it's pollinated, all of that will drop off, and what will come up then is another stem with a load of bright red berries on it, which are just as poisonous as the rest of the plant is, but nevertheless, again, they're a very pretty thing to look out for in the autumn. Old Pug's really enjoying himself today. Well, this was all snow white just a few weeks ago. but all the flowers have pretty much fallen off the blackthorn now. And as you can probably see, there's one of the last few blackthorn flowers, but if you look at the ones where the flowers have fallen off, we've got these pink clusters with these hairy bits sticking off it and those green little blobs in the middle. That, ladies and gentlemen, is sloes, or it will be sloes in the autumn. So yes, we'll have some sloe gin going this year. You can also make sloe jam. I know they're very bitter, but if you're prepared to pull off most of the skins in the pulping process, you know, add a bit of water, stick them in a pan, let them all boil down into a mulch, and then sieve the whole thing so that most of the skin comes out. It actually makes a very nice passable jam. Because they are related to plums and damsons, they've just got very, very bitter skins, as you know. I haven't seen the foxes for a while. I mean, the weather has been a little bit chilly. But I thought a nice sunny day like today, they might well be out doing a little bit of sunbathing, but no, no sign. Unless, of course, they've just split the coop, as it were, and decided it's time to move out. Or perhaps it's just the fact that there's a lot more foliage now and I just can't see through there. Let's try and get a bit closer and have a look a minute. They probably hear me coming anyway. Oh yeah, there's one there. Can you see him? Can you see him there? Right in the middle of the picture. One of them is there enjoying the sunshine. I wonder how close they'll let me come today. So they're quite used to me now. He'll look around, he's thinking about it. Can I move any closer? He might just let me. Let's have a look. One step. No, he's had enough. He's gone. Still nice to see him. I have just come across a swarm of bees. That's a big old swarm there. Well, it's not a massive one, I've seen much bigger. But look at that. That's a corker. Anyway, I've called a beekeeper out and someone's coming to sort it. So, won't be a problem for much longer.
Difficult to work out.
I think it's possibly that big one on the right.
Yeah, maybe it's best just to do a big shake.
Beekeeper's on it. When you shake, I shall stand back.
It is best just to do
Well, I think that's it for today. I'm going to head home and get involved in a little street party. None of my neighbours are particularly pro-royalist. None of them are particularly anti-royalist. But they are very keen on community. And they're also quite keen on any excuse to have a party. So, yeah, there's a little bunch of us, maybe about 30, 40 of us, all sitting outside our houses on tables, drinking too much, eating too much, and I suppose the king might get a mention from those people for whom it's important, and good luck to them. Everyone's different, and everyone's opinion is just as valid as anyone else's. So it's back to my street now for a few beers, a few cakes, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.